right, chat. I have pulled up the things. There was some WoW stuff that happened while I was gone, and I haven't looked at it yet because I've been waiting to look at it with you guys. I did look at the roadmap a little bit, but I didn't go in. I didn't look like too much into it. Although I did see the one thing for 10.2.6 that I was like, actually, you know what? We'll look at that right now because I'm literally bringing it up and talking about it. This is the WoW roadmap. So, Seeds Renewal 10.2.5 Winter. I'm assuming that this is going to be, yeah, it says 2024. This is going to be like January, right? They haven't given an actual date and stuff for it yet. Or February? I don't know. This, I guess, is kind of like a loose kind of schedule, I suppose. But I thought it was Pirates Day, but that's not till like September. Yeah, Pirates Day just happened because you could buy the, that armor for it recently. It was like literally like maybe a month ago. But I don't know. I feel like it's gonna be like January. I feel like this is gonna be around January. Wait, Hearthstone anniversary event. When's the Hearthstone anniversary? Hearthstone release date. Or when was Hearthstone released? March 2013? Okay. Is March still winter? I thought that was spring. Because here's the thing too, is it like it's the summer, autumn. That's gonna be like, if they do it like late winter, they're gonna have to like jam all of this stuff in within like a few months of each other. And I feel like they're gonna at least space it out a little bit, right? According to just like this roadmap here. But yeah, the thing I think that is like the coolest here, I mean, there's a lot of cool shit. The Gulneus Reclamation is gonna be awesome. Dragon riding everywhere. I mean, that's gonna be sick. The follower dungeons is actually pretty cool. It's not something that I'm ever going to probably interface with ever. Ryan just said I look bald. Is my camera angle cutting off the top of my head? Ryan, I don't think you have any room to be calling anyone bald in here, okay? What the hell? All right, anyway. Follower dungeons is probably not gonna be anything that I'm ever going to like use too much. I think it's really good for people who are, so like the new player experience is going to be the Dragon Isles and stuff. If they wanna like play through the story and play through like the campaign and things like that, it would be easy for them to just do like follower dungeons. And then that way they could just like do the dungeons solo, but they have like the AI that's in there with them like doing it. And there are a lot of people who are like scared to do like group shit. It's a good intro for them to kind of like get used to the idea of like doing dungeons and things like that, and not having to deal with like, you know, people being dickheads about it. Because I do see people be assholes to like obviously very new players and like leveling dungeons, and it's actually insane because it's like, bro, this is a LFD. Why are you being a tryhard? Like, that's how you know they're like terrible, but you know, people do it anyway. So there is a classic roadmap. I'm gonna look at that after this. I'm stalling and I'm still talking about the very first one. But yeah, I think the follower dungeons is great as well. I also think it would be really cool for them to like backwards implement them into like older expansions, dungeons, and things like that as well. Because if you choose to do like a Chromie time and you want to play through like, say, like the story of Wrath of the Lich King, I wish there was like much more like streamlined campaign progress where, you know, like, you know how you go through and you would like see the Lich King and like the dungeons, like the first dungeons, you kind of go through them like chronologically. You kind of like finish playing through the actual story, and then you go into ICC and like kill the Lich King. You know, right now as time walking is, you do like a handful of quests there and you level up before you even get to finish like any of the story. So I think if they like ever ended up revamping the way that the Chromie time and stuff works, it would be really cool for people if you want to go back and, you know, maybe they miss an expansion and they want to go through and play that expansion story. That'd be like a really cool way for them to do it, and then for them to get like the feel. Follower dungeons and like expanding it into like being able to, you know, maybe do like some of the raids and stuff too. So, and like a very small, like a small raid. But yeah, those are like the two things I'm really looking forward to. Obviously in 10.2.5, dragon riding everywhere is sick. I think that's also where they're gonna add more of the mounts and stuff, right? Is that the patch where they're adding more mounts to be dynamic flying capable? I have no idea, but that'll be sick. That'll be sick. And then there's this one right here, this 10.2.6. With this skull and crossbones. I have no idea what this is gonna be. Because like, look at all these 0.5 patches. All of these 0.5 patches right here, they have like features on them. And this one patch, this 10.2.6 patch, They're not saying, they're tight-lipped, not saying anything. I have no pirate invasion. I mean, it looks like a skull and crossbones, like a pirate. Like, it could, realistically, it could mean anything, and I have no idea. But I think this is it's gonna be a patch that's gonna have some shit in it that they've kind of been alluding to, where they're like, they have a lot of cool stuff that they just didn't even announce at BlizzCon, that they're just like, you know, waiting to just throw out there. So hardcore retail, I don't know. I don't know if retail would work in a hardcore setting as much. It's like most of like the danger of hardcore is like the leveling experience, and like, I'm gonna be real, retail's leveling experience isn't anywhere the same as classics is. You're a lot safer leveling in retail than you are in like classic, for sure. So I have no idea what this could be. I'm excited though. I think it's gonna be, whatever it is, it's gonna be sick. I've seen devs on Twitter just putting like the eyes emoji. Like I think it's gonna be something really, really cool. So they did say no pirates, but maybe they meant that for next expansion. I think it's gonna be like some type of like gameplay feature that's gonna be like new and like cool. I have no idea though. Don't know. A mini raid? I mean, look, I would love that, but I doubt that they would do that right before season 4. Like I even said, I'd rather they do like a mini raid instead of like a faded season, because I don't really like the idea of a faded season for Dragonflight. It just feels weird. Maybe if they're trying to do a more accelerated expansion cycle, then maybe it kind of makes sense that they chose to do it that way. So we'll see. Hostile faction that forces us to Horde versus Alliance versus Horde again. I do not think so, because they've been going through such lengths to remove the faction barriers that I doubt that there would be something like that. So, and then there's the War Within Alpha. I'm ready for that shit. I cannot wait. Let me add it. I want to play. New Battleground. I think they said that they were planning on adding new Battlegrounds, right? Didn't I ask in the dev interview about Battlegrounds? I don't remember. Oh, I did. Wait. Oh, I said in Dragonflight. Yeah, maybe not. I read, that was a little notepad that I scribbled on when they gave me like 2 hours notice of what they're like, here's the brief for the new patch. Give us some questions to do with the new patch. And I had to scribble on a notepad and think of questions to ask that people would want to hear. I was very nervous. Anyway, yeah, that was one of the things I asked, but I said it in Dragonflight, so maybe, I don't know. They hinted at adding new Battlegrounds at least. Yeah, I think I remember hearing that. So obviously, and then there's the season 4 Dragonflight raids revisited. It's a very nice way of saying faded season. Hopefully we just get all of the Dragonflight dungeons for this season as like a last hoorah and like sending off the expansion. At least maybe we get to do all of the Dragonflight dungeons. And those are the ones that are in the rotation this time around. We'll see. Has to be something pirate, because that's definitely I know, that's what I'm thinking, but also it could be like yeah, that's what you would think it's be, because that's like the obvious answer, right? The obvious answer would be like, oh, it's pirates. It's a pirate flag. But what if it's not? I don't know. New PvP season, cool. New M+ season, cool. Yeah. New open world rewards. Okay, so it's basically everything scaled up. Reducing up the item level last season. Yeah. All right, we know how that goes. Dark Heart, 10-7. Time running pandemonium. All right, now see with this, what the hell's time running? What's that? I don't know. I did see some things online that were saying maybe it's a possibility of like challenge modes coming back. I don't know. I honestly think the idea of a challenge mode could be, I would almost like, maybe I would prefer that more as like, or as like an alternative to like, you know, instead of like pushing your key to see how high you could push a key to, because obviously like they infinitely scale, it gets to a point where you're not going to be able to do the key because of math. If it's at like this normalized difficulty and it comes down to like a race of like how fast you can clear it, I feel like that could be like so much more fun. Because can you imagine just like doing these giga juiced pulls, kind of like what they do in MDI? Because isn't MDI the keys are not like really high? They're like, I mean, they're decently high, right? But you get to see all these kind of like crazy huge pulls, and it's all about like speed and things like that. That would be kind of cool. But I don't know what time running pandemonium is. I saw items that looked like they were linked to it. Maybe it was Mr. GM that posted it. It might be. It might have been him. Oh, yeah. Here. So, 1025, they added 58 items that could potentially be connected to the mysterious time-running pandemonium. So it looks like reduces movement speed by 200%. Things like this from mine, maybe, I mean, as cool as challenge modes would be, I was like, what if there's just items that help you run old raids faster? I don't know, but I don't know. Who knows? Who knows? But these are like obviously items that look like they're linked to it. So we'll see. We'll see. 18 to 23 in MDI. Oh, really? I don't watch a lot of like MDI or the Great Push. I don't really watch it. Like, I don't even watch the Race to World first, to be honest. For someone who plays as much WoW as I do not watch any of like the WoW esports. Harbinger quests. Those are kind of self-explanatory. They're probably gonna have something to do with Xalatath. You know, more quests that are kind of like easing you into the story of War Within. That way, you know, you don't just go into a new expansion and you're like, you get this quest and you're like, oh, some shit went down. It's very abrupt almost, you know, from like one expansion to the next. We're kind of getting like some actual like epilogue type things. So very cool. Troll Draenei Heritage Armor. Bro, the Draenei Heritage Armor better look hot as fuck or I'm gonna be very disappointed. I'm just thinking of my little Draenei lady. I think we're all thinking the same thing. The new holiday event, it doesn't say update. I did see some stuff that looked like it was maybe would be connected to Noble Garden. So I don't think it's a holiday update because it doesn't say if it's a holiday update like it has in the past. So I'm not sure what that one could be either. I'm not sure what that one could be. And then obviously War Within beta, you know, going into it. War Within pre-patch. So this looks like an early summer. World events, warbands, dynamic flight. I'm not gonna lie, what's the difference between dynamic flight? Is that where, okay, so maybe this is the patch where they enable it for all of the old mounts? Maybe you can dragon ride all over the place with just your dragon riding mounts and then dynamic flight enables it for all of your older mounts? Like backwards, I guess? That would make sense. That's the old, okay. Yeah, that would make sense then. All right. And then guild updates. I'm not exactly sure what they're gonna update with guilds, but I'm all for it. Hell yeah, let's go. And then obviously War Within. It looks like it's kind of right dab in the middle of the summer autumn right here. I don't know. Or maybe they just made the thing really big because, you know, it's like the big thing next year. I don't know. Yeah, late summer, early fall, which looks like it's gonna be like August, right? I imagine. That'll be nice. I mean, I'm about it. Let's go. You mean other servers but be in the same guild? Oh, I see. I mean, they're basically making servers like as a barrier, just like basically not really much of a thing. Like you can already trade gold cross realm. You'll be able to be in guilds cross realm. They're gonna open up cross realm mythic. I mean, I'm for it. Hell yeah. Cross faction LFD? Yeah, I know. There's still some like weird things. I did a heroic earlier today and someone in the raid, after we like hearthed out of the raid, was trying to like trade me an item from the raid. I was in the raid group. I was eligible to be traded it, but we had to go into like Agothar Academy in order to trade it because you have to be in an instance group to trade with the other faction. Very weird. Still like a weird thing. Hopefully they fix that. That's annoying as hell. Yeah, War Within, and then 11.5, story and quest, content, and system updates, and then the 20th anniversary event. Bro, I feel like they have to have like a banger 20th anniversary event, right? Like, hopefully. But yeah, the last few expansion events for WoW have been like the same shit where you go outside the Caverns of Time and kill the Fell Reaver thing and you get a stupid mount. It's really lame. So hopefully this 20th anniversary event, because it's like the 20th anniversary, which is kind of a big deal, is something way cooler and more to look forward to than like the past ones. So yeah, warbands, I'm actually really happy that they're releasing those before the expansion comes out, because warbands are like one of the fucking sick things that I'm looking forward to. Those and hero talents, which is one of the next things that I'm gonna get into after I look at the classic WoW roadmap. So, but yeah, this roadmap looks pretty good. I'm looking forward to it. Good shit on Blizz. I like the roadmaps. I think it's good to like kind of like know what the plan is. The worst was like during Shadowlands. You know, Shadowlands had like a banger launch banger, you know, first like month or two. And everyone's like, all right, so when's the next patch? Guys, there's a patch coming, right? Right? Definitely like the roadmap. Love it. We're getting it, you know, what the plans are. Hell yeah. That is the retail one. We'll look at the classic one. I don't really play classic as much. I've been playing hardcore, which has been cool. I probably will play it a little bit more as well, because I am interested in playing Cataclysm. I liked Cata a lot. So Ruby Sanctum, looks like it's coming out soon. It'll probably be like January or something like that, right? Season Discovery level 40, new runes, new PvP event, no more gone raid. Cool. Cata Classic Beta. Actually, Cataclysm Beta was the first beta that I ever got into back in the day. And you know what I did? I logged on. I flew around the world a little bit, but then I realized I didn't want to spoil the new expansion for myself, so I logged off and I didn't play it. Solo self-found mode is something they said that they were going to add. That is also coming. I will not be partaking in that because I like to get given gold and asking for handouts, and it's great, and I like it that way. That's fine. I'm cool with that, you know? You know, what's the point of being a streamer if I don't get cool handouts? There isn't any. So, then spring again, level 50, new runes, new raid. They didn't announce what the raid for that one is going to be. So, I'm curious to see what that one will be. Maybe it'll be like I'm starting to think of the level 50 dungeons, like BFD? I don't know. Charade and Cata Classic. I actually went to. I enjoyed it at the start. I didn't really play Dragon Soul because, you know, I had IRL shit happen to me at that point and I wasn't really able to play it as much, but Firelands was an awesome raid at the time. It was really, really good. And I remember Heroic Ragnaros. He was a pain in the ass. Like that, it took a lot of wasn't it like 500 or 600 attempts on that boss back then? That boss was brutal. So I just remember Firelands being a lot of fun. So, or Zul'Farrak. Ooh, Zul'Farrak could be cool. Yeah, Cata Classic. We kind of know what comes with Cataclysm, you know. Season Discovery level 60. I mean, a lot of this stuff is kind of like, yeah, we know what Classic is. It's just like giving you a kind of a time frame because all of that. So, Rage of the Firelands, Rise of the Zandalari. Is it Rise of the Zandalari, the patch where they remade ZG and made it like a 5-man heroic dungeon? CGZA. Yeah, and that's where you could get the new Warbear for doing it in like super fast, right? That was a good expansion, but it's not classic. I mean, look, we're gonna see how far until it's not, you know, how far classic they're gonna go until it's not really like classic anymore, but we'll see. I thought it was like, I wouldn't have been surprised if they didn't decide to go with Cataclysm and they just said, all right, Wrath is kind of where we're gonna call it for here, you know, but I'm surprised they went with Cata, but I enjoyed Cata, so I'm for it. Because really when I started playing my Hunter a lot was in Cataclysm, so I actually do have like a level boost for Wrath, so I'll probably end up playing Hunter a little bit for Cataclysm. It'll be fun. I really enjoyed Survival Hunter back then. It was a very cozy spec, you know, back when it was still ranged. So that's the classic roadmap. Looks pretty good. Liking it. Black Arrow OP, true. If there was a way for the ranged Survival Hunter to come back and that be an option, that would be sick, but you know, alas. Why does it say Corey May has tagged me in a photo? Nobody's safe. Oh, your cat is pawing at me. Aww. Is this what I'm going on? No, I was still talking about retail.